Kevin again in EV era here. I'm with a model that a lot of people seem to forget about for an EV. You might be able to tell by the shape, but it's a Kona EV. Now, this is one of the very first mainstream EVs that came out that wasn't by Tesla or Nissan. This thing actually won Utility of the Year like way back when, like 5 or 6 years ago. I'm gonna show you some things that make this car, you should give it a look. I mean, a lot of people kind of forget about it because you have the Ioniq 5, the Ioniq 6, and the Ioniq 9 vehicles out for Hyundai, the EV6, the Model 3, but a lot of people forget about this car. I'm gonna show you some reasons why maybe you wanna give this car a look. You should consider it. It's not a bad option. So, thanks for joining me, EV Era. So starting up front here, I mean, just look at it. So styling is subjective, obviously, but they did a really good job with the front end. You can tell it's an EV. It's a clean look, okay? This color, if you're curious, is called Cyber Gray. It is a upcharge color. It's $500. It's one of the few colors that you actually do pay for. Most colors are actually free on this car. But the running lights are actually up top. They're very slick. They're very slim. Kind of remind me of Iron Man, especially in this car if you get it in red. But one reason why you may want to get this car is a charging port. So no, it's not an NACS connector, but it's in the front, which means that you can just pull into a charger. You don't have to back it up or anything like that. You don't have to worry about what side it's on. It's in the front. So it's a little different. But I think that's actually a good thing that it's in the front, because again, if you're towing something, you have a bike rack or something like that, which you're not gonna tow much in this car, it doesn't tow, but if you got a bike rack you wanna add on, if you don't have to worry about which side that you need to park on, it can charge, you just pull it in. Now it does support, you can use the Tesla supercharger network now on it. You just need an adapter, okay? That's it. Now, speaking of charging, this thing will charge 10 to 80% in around 43 minutes on a 150 kilowatt charger. So it's not at the super fast EGMP cars that Hyundai makes right now, but that's okay, because this is a starter EV. And what do I mean by starter EV? Well, it's not the fanciest car, but it's not the most expensive car either. So it's pretty practical. So you got alloy wheels, which look okay. That cyber gray color, I don't know if this camera does it justice, but it's a really nice color. It's got LED tail lights in the back, LED brake lights, but it's practical. It's a lot of room. If you're a parent that has an EV and you got a teenager or a college kid and they're interested in an EV, look at this car. So currently this thing gets 261 miles on a charge. Now this car, they do make two battery sizes for it. This is the SEL model, in case you're curious, in America. The SE model has a smaller battery, it goes around 200 miles. But this is 261 miles of range. The average person, guys, I keep saying, they only drive 40 miles a day. 40 miles a day, so you can charge this thing in 1 week and you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about going to the gas station, you don't have to worry about range. But the back seat, so the cool thing about it is these ultra thin seats in the front. Now they're very sturdy and supportive, but it allows you to have a lot of cargo, or excuse me, rear seat leg room. So let me get up in there. Let me show you guys. So lots of room. So I was in a Tesla a couple weeks ago. You might remember that video, a Model 3. Legroom was fine in that one, but this is actually a lot better. Okay, a lot better. Vents back there, some charging ports. So it's comfortable if you got anybody in the car. I would even say that if you got kids or something like that, you can probably make do. So it's a good idea about it. It's the other side of it. So another reason why you may want to consider this car is the technology. And you're going to say, well, Kev, what kind of technology are we talking about here? Well, look at these screens. Okay? I left charging door open, I know, yes. Let me turn this down a little bit. So you got dual 12-inch screens. Now you notice you got onboard navigation. You got a hybrid, a battery menu right here, so you can see your range. I mean, I love this part. You can see your range with the climate control on and with it off as well. Find charging stations, things like that, okay? There's that battery conditioning button. My Ioniq doesn't have that. I don't have a button to actually turn it on, but this car does, being this new infotainment system. Dual zone climate control. It's easy. I mean, so if this is your first EV, you're probably coming from a gas car or maybe a hybrid car maybe. But just having buttons, you don't have to think about these. So I have, in my Ioniq 5, I have touch buttons for the climate control, the heated seats, things like that. Look at this. Easy. You might like that. A lot of people do. Climate control, it's easy. Dual zone, his and hers. Okay? Easy. There's no menu. There's nothing. Okay? There's a little tiny screen here, but it's not touch. Again, you have controls here. People like that. In my experience of selling cars, I've been doing it for a while. People like that a lot. You may like it. You may not like it. But again, it's easy to operate. Okay? Touchscreen, wicked fast. Now, what a lot of people don't know about these new Hyundai Kia vehicles with this new software, it's updatable over the air. So Hyundai will actually send OTA updates. They will add new features. They will also they could do some software fixes over the air, like recalls. So whether anything that's related to software, they can do that instead of going to the dealer, spending time there. You can do it from your driveway. So it's really cool that they have that capability now. But it just frees up a ton of space with the shifter being right there. I mean, look at all this space. You got cup holders. Again, you don't have to think about it. There's more storage there. And again, this is the SEL model. This isn't even a limited. Okay? But you get a lot of stuff in this car. And again, 260 miles of range. People forget about it a lot. Now, you might be asking, Kev, well, what's the price of this car? Well, let me show you the price of this car. It's a really great value. Now, this car is not built in the United States, so it doesn't get any federal tax credit. So keep that in mind, okay? But right now, this car retails. Let me see if you can see that. So it's $39,590. That's the MSRP, and that includes $500 for the cyber gray paint. Okay. Now, even though it doesn't qualify for any federal incentives currently, Hyundai is offering, they have been offering it through leases. It passed through lease cash. The leases are really cheap. They're dirt cheap on this thing. Or you can take advantage of $7,500 off the price, off the sticker right away. They'll give you an incentive to do that themselves. So you go from $39,500 to basically $32,000. I'm also in a state where they'll give you another $3,500 off on an EV. So now you're looking at under $30,000. And this is for an SEL model. So a comparable gas Kona in this market with these features, you're looking at an SEL convenience model as an equivalent for the heated seats and navigation, things like that. That car retails for $32,000. So the EV is cheaper. And that's something that a lot of people just don't really understand. And I want people to really understand this about this car. So it's cheaper to operate because you don't have to spend any money on gas or oil changes. You get the same space. You don't lose any space. Performance is better. It's a little bit faster than the gas non-turbo Kona if you're looking at trim to trim. And it's just cheaper cost overall. I mean, with incentives, I mean, in my case, you're getting $11,000 off the MSRP in this car, so it's down to $28,000. That's with destination, and that's with this paint upcharge. So people, do your research on it. It is a front-wheel drive car, so the regular Kona you can get with an all-wheel drive if you really need it, but I don't think most people, I mean, look at the sun. I mean, it's great. You don't need all-wheel drive. You really don't. But 261 miles is nothing to sneeze at. Charges 43 minutes, 10 to 80%. It's not bad at all. Get lunch while you're doing that. But, this is just a little quick video just to kind of shout out this car because it's a really underappreciated car. And I think a lot of people should look at it. Like if you think the Ioniq 5 is too expensive, or if you don't want to drive a Tesla because of reasons nothing from Chevy interests you, hell, even if you're in Europe, they got these cars in Europe too, Canada as well. Take a look at it. It's a really great value. I think you'd be happy with it, again, as a first starter EV. I don't think you really go wrong with it. So I said this will be a quick video. It's Kevin over at EV Era. So yeah, peace.